Unique New York.
The arsonist has oddly shaped feet.
Well, we just repeat the thing that you said at the beginning of fall for the first time. White chocolate or dark?
What an intro.
I'm right. That's what you said. You said ba ba boo. Still hear it. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another evening of D&D. We are not great RPG, and we're here once again for the Lost Kings of Adoris.
What day is it?
What day? Where am I? Gotta read the mic chat. Thanks, Mike. Thanks. Appreciate that. That's a good one. Gas me up. Yeah, so we're going to go around the table real quick, introduce ourselves, and then after a brief recap, we'll pick up where we left off last week.
John, and I play Marcus.
I'm Sarah, and I play Dandelion.
I'm Glenn, and I play Jim Jam Baker, also Endgear.
I'm Autumn, and I play Twig.
I'm Mike, and I play Mr. Pidgeon.
And I'm Don, and I play everyone else, mostly Cookie at this point, but everyone else is here.
A lot of yuck.
A lot of yak, yeah, recently. Yeah, so last week you guys continued your journey from the vampiric town and went back into the Mistlands with Dalvor and Thelris in tow. Thelris to help fight against Lucius, and Dalvor to help lead you into the Underdark to where Lucius would be after fighting Fivrel. And then to help you fight against it so that way he can repent for his really unknown sins, just feels like he needs to do something and wants to help you guys out. You guys arrived, found the manor completely overtaken by vines and rocks and mushrooms growing out of the walls that had completely erupted out of the ground, out of the walls, cracked through the ceiling. And Fivrel had become one with the house, being able to kind of dip in and out of the shadows with armor and weaponry kind of embedded into his skin. Guys went inside, fought some plant boys, killed Fivrel with some effort, with Mr. Pidgeon taking the final blow upon Fivrel Blackflower, who proclaimed that he, like a plant, will just come back and cannot die, and he doesn't care if you kill him because he's nothing else to live for anyway. And that he's been waiting for this day since the two of their families have gone at it all those years ago. And upon doing so, Fivrel exploded into a cloud of dust and plants, and everything in the room started to die and collapse onto the ground. And Mr. Pidgeon floated up into the sky and started rotating with ethereal radiant light erupting from his eyes and his mouth, and is currently floating above all of you. And I would ask everyone else except for Mike to leave, please.
Why?
Just open this up. All my notes up.
All right, when they come back, I'm just a giant pigeon for the rest of the campaign.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, so as you strike the final blow on one Fivrel Blackflower, the one Blackflower that so far had gotten away and kind of eluded your revenge and your family's grasp for so incredibly long, has been laid to rest, you immediately see a blur in front of you as your vision darkens, similar to how in a video game, if you're dying, you get the like blood on the edges of the screen. You get that, but just with like an inky blackness that creeps into your vision as you just feel like you are falling backwards, and you just are surrounded in darkness for a moment. And you look around and there's nothing. and you feel around, and there's water on the floor in this darkness. You just feel water around you. And you kind of whip your head around, and you see a glowing mote of light off in the distance, just hovering around lazily, making its way over towards you.
Okay. It looks like it's me. I guess I'll move.
Yeah, just like a firefly almost, kind of just...
I'll approach it. This I don't have like I've never experienced. Is this like anything I've experienced? I guess.
No.
Okay, yeah. So I'll just approach it.
I would say the let me rephrase that. The other time that you would have experienced this is when you were revived.
Okay.
When you were brought back. The last thing that you remember before being brought back, before your family was entirely slaughtered, the only thing you remember after that was just walking in an inky black void of nothingness.
Okay.
And then you were awoken in the place where you woke up by who you were woken up by.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I guess I'll approach this this light then, and just slowly, I suppose, not run toward it or anything, but
Yeah. I would say that in this space, as you get closer to this light and it starts to illuminate some of your features, you're not dressed like a clown here anymore. You are dressed like you were when you were brought back. The last memories that you have of yourself, you're a young boy at this point.
I was just saying, do I feel like I look
feel,
like a kid?
You feel younger. A young pigeon, or a young Caramir, I suppose.
Yeah.
No, not yet having taken the pigeon moniker.
Yep.
No makeup to be seen.
Okay. Yeah. Now I'll look around a little and take that in for a second and approach this this light.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of look at your hands and see that they are younger, not weathered and gnarled from years of physical labor in the carnival and also, killing the entire Blackflower family.
Yeah, the work.
Yeah, and the physical toll that withholding this patron back has taken on you. You feel that weight lifted off of you. You feel lighter here. And you instinctively go to your neck and you feel the scar on your neck still kind of dripping with blood. And you walk up to this light and it floats around you lazily and kind of observes you for a moment before twisting, and you put your hand out and it just lands on your palm and illuminates and spreads light through your arm, and you see your veins start to trace through with this light. And you feel a warmth that you thought you had forgotten, a warmth that you have not felt in almost 300 years. You feel relief of this burden that you carried for so long. And you feel the warmth of this familial patron that you thought you had forgotten, and you thought that maybe had forgotten you. And you just hear a voice echoing in the back of your head. Welcome back.
And I'll, it's clearly a different voice from the,
Yeah.
Sure. I guess I'll ask who it is.
Your familial patron, Caramdel.
And that can't be, it's not possible. I've been forsaken.
No, not forsaken. You simply were split in twain. I've been wandering here in the dark for all these years. You're the last descendant of your family. There is nowhere else for me to go. I simply had to wait and hope that one day you would return. And here you are.
What I've done mostly for my family, is still probably not something they'd take lightly. Am I redeemable?
Yes. All things are redeemable under her light.
I feel like in any deal, I need to be honest. I don't regret it.
I would not expect that you would. Revenge, doing something for one's family, is something that I am all too familiar with myself. These are things that are built into who we are.
Can you rid me of Sirikar?
Sirikar is gone. I could not rid you of him. I could not fight against his power. I was trapped here, cut off from our family lineage. But because your fight with Fivrel Blackflower, the two of your families have been intertwined for as long as anyone can remember. Back to my time, their descendants and your family, we've been at odds for a long time. And when you took revenge upon their family, and before that, when you died yourself, you had the unfortunate mix-up of being stuck with him. It is not something that anyone could have fixed but yourself. A way to balance the scales.
And the scales are balanced? Is Fivrel actually gone?
And he just gestures across the way, and you see a vision light up almost like a portal, and you see a young Fivrel Blackflower just sitting in a swing, where the two of you, I imagine at some point, might have been friends. Your families were not always at odds. Just because the parents are, at odds and at war, children find a way and have a kindness in them that is lost as you age and lost as the bitterness of the world seeps in. And you just see him as he was before all of this unfortunate fate befell both of your families. And you just see a tear roll down Fivrel's face as this vision twists and snuffs out like a candle. He is as he was now, not how he is.
He's rid of his curse as well, then?
Yes.
Or his cursed existence, I suppose.
In cleansing him, you have also cleansed yourself. A favor done for both sides of the moon.
I'll just slowly nod and reflect for a moment and say he can't come back, though.
No.
And I'll nod along and reflect a little bit and ask what must I do to move forward. Last time I was here, I didn't leave this place on my own.
The last time you were here, you were dying. You were brought here as a temporal point between spaces, not quite alive, but not quite dead. Your soul kind of floating somewhere in between. You will return to your body when we are done speaking, as your soul is now repaired.
Does this undo the deal I made with my acceptance of Sirikar? With him being gone, am I absolved of what I agreed to do?
Deals are a funny thing. The way that deals with gods and demigods, even ancestral patrons, they are bound to bits of your soul. If those pieces of that puzzle are no longer present, there is no more deal. How you choose to move forward with your life, whether you live it in fear that one day you may be hunted, or choose to live outwardly and do what you can to help your friends and to live for the first time in a long time, that decision I cannot make for you, nor can I offer any advice other than to embrace who you were, any memories that you have of your family, any little bit of humanity that you have left, that you thought you'd lost. You choose how you move forward, and the decisions that you make will determine how the rest of your life plays out. I have no mission for you, I have no deal. We are family.
Well, I would assume I would know at least vaguely how to word or what sort of gesture would be like welcoming in a patron, since I would have had done this at one point. So I would definitely welcome the return of my old patron.
Yeah.
I also just ask if Salune, since you mentioned the moon, would in fact welcome me back. Maybe not immediately, but in general.
The Lady of Light welcomes all that pray to her and honor her. She demands no sacrifice. There may come a time where she and Shah are at odds again. You may be called upon, I cannot say. But your sins are absolvable.
And I would do whatever gesture and or like saying I needed to do to invite them in and try to open to Salune too.
Sure.
At least a little silent prayer, not to Shar, for the first time in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that Karam Nadell, such a hard to pronounce name. It's a baller name, but it's so difficult to pronounce. Closes his eyes and prays in reverence with you. And despite being in darkness and going to more darkness, you see like a twinkle of starlight in your vision that you hadn't seen in a while. Every time you've prayed, you've just seen that deep purple kind of angry darkness, the creeping darkness. And you just see twinkling lights, kind of always out of your vision as you, with your eyes closed, turn to look just at the corner of your eye, almost observing in recognition.
Sure. I'll someone not unfamiliar with being cautious, I will take that optimistically.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is a fair thing to feel in this relief.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would probably just kind of, reflect for a moment. I don't know how time works here or how it feels, but I'm sure, having been pretty obsessed with revenge and death for so long, just kind of bask in not having that on my mind for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
And accept that twinkling of optimism.
Yeah, I would say that you feel the weight lifted, but you also feel exhausted in the sense of, for nearly 300 years, you have been running on essentially pure adrenaline to keep yourself going, adrenaline and rage and revenge. And that's gone now. And the anxiety of being caught and the anxiety of kind of keeping you together has fallen away. and you're not accustomed to that lack of weight. And you feel the relief, but you are tired. And I would say that you have a point of exhaustion until your next rest, just as
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
as if you have, run an engine for too long and then suddenly taken the weight off of the car, it rockets forward and expends what's left.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the resub. Much appreciated, Evan. And the figure of Karam Nadal just floats above you, kind of watching as you just hear the subtle, trickling of what sounds like a fountain. And you open your eyes from this prayer, and you are standing in clearly a memory, this kind of fogginess around the edges of your vision. And you see your family's home as it was in all of its splendor. This great central hall standing, the great fountain of your family in this hall just trickling down and running across the flowers and running across the little rocks that kind of swim their way through the room. This is what I want you to remember. This place, how it was.
I'll take a look around, and I assume I can kind of move. Just
Yeah.
kind of walk and remember.
Mm-hmm.
The-
You in your memory are still a
Yeah.
boy.
No, as I look around, I'll, I guess, speaking out loud, even though I'm speaking to myself and also the patron here, but just say that as much as I remember and love all of this, I feel like I've been dead for so long, I don't know if I need it. I don't know if the world needs it. Do I feel like, just as a side thing, this region, obviously it would have been better without Fivrel, but would I have a reason beyond hubris to think it would have been better with my family in it?
Yeah, I would say that for the most part, the things that, despite being a young boy, that you knew about what your family did for the region is that they were good.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that there was a point that they were, they worked with and were partners with the Blackflowers.
Mm-hmm.
They did things for the region that were good. They did positive things. I mean, as far back as the stories you've heard about your elders, that they had positive influences on the world before things turned bad.
Okay.
And that it probably would have been certainly better off under your family's care.
Mm-hmm. Sure. So then, yeah, I guess what I would say instead would be that as much as I miss and remember all of this, I'll have to think on if I'm ready to take the burden of being alive again. Most of the people old enough here have probably already, mourned my family's lost centuries ago, myself included. So I'll have to think on if I can do this memory justice.
The memory is not meant as a task for you. It is simply meant as a comfort to remind you of what was. But you are not this boy that you left behind. You are scarred by years of these experiences and this trauma that you had. And as much as you can heal your soul, there is no undoing that trauma. There is no undoing what did happen. Your memory of what is will not be replaced by the memory of what was. Whether you choose to be the boy that you left at heart, or the entertainer that you became, or some hybrid of the two, whether you choose to be Karamir or Mr. Pidgeon, or something else, is up to you.
I'll nod along and just very wearily say it's something to think about.
Yes.
Thinking about the future hasn't been a luxury I've had for a very long time. I think I would, be happy that I feel like I have a choice for the first time in a while and kind of just sit on that internally.
You make your own path now.
I'll try to do my family and myself some justice. Hopefully, without too much more murder.
You have lived for your family for a long time. You must live for you now. And if you need me, you can always call. And I will answer.
I'm not alone. I pretty much always felt Seer care, right? Like
Yeah.
he was very like pervasive, and this would feel different.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
I guess that would surprise me a little that he'll answer. I would
Yeah.
probably reflect on feeling like I had to fight with my patron rather than reach out.
Yeah, it was kind of like he was always just at the back of your eyes, pushing from the back. There was always a pressure at the back of your mind, as if someone was staring at the back of your head. And you don't feel that now.
Okay.
And that's why you're exhausted. The always having to be mentally tense is like you've really not gotten a good rest in 300 years.
Yeah, I would. I think I would probably also just kind of quietly reflect on that, and I'd imagine as my patron, he would know. So that's what I'm reflecting on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else that you need from me or need to ask before I return you to your compatriots?
I would shake my head and say no. I think I need to move forward for now because I'm not the only one that had pressing issues. But I think I need time to think on what I want to do.
Yeah.
And so I'd reassure myself and him that it sounds like I'll be able to be in contact if I need it.
Yeah. He just reaches out and extends his hand.
And shake it.
Good luck, Karamir.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you watch as your vision fades to black once more as the world spins around you. And for when you come back, you'll be unconscious. Not downed, just out. Not unwakeable or anything. If someone, you'll...
No, that makes sense.
Just, yeah.
Have we been clowned?
Yes. Yeah, you're all weirdly wearing clown makeup now.
Always was.
The light clowns everything it touches.
The joke's on you.
Yeah, so as Mr. Pidgeon floats above you and spins with this radiant light pouring out of his eyes and mouth, you watch as this dark mist swirls around him and begins to expand outward from his torso before dissipating. And he spins faster and faster as this luminant light illuminates his entire body, and he goes almost transparent for a moment. And you can
He's
see...
going supernova.
He's a light bulb.
Stare directly at it.
You can see
I bought my
his
glasses.
veins illuminated by light through his transparent skin. And he slows down.
Is he not wearing his pigeon clothing, or do we see
the clothing?
through?
It's just through that. As
So
if
we
he is
just see,
completely transparent. You just see
veins.
Dear God. What's that big one right in the middle?
And he stops spinning and returns to his normal self and falls to the ground and lays motionless at your feet. in the center of the room.
Does he fall like gracefully, like he's placed down, or does he fall into a heap?
Is this like a
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast
Yeah.
transformation
It's-
sequence?
50-50. He floats to a point, and then as soon as he
Collapses.
touches the ground, collapses in a heap.
Sir Pidgeon! Lean down and attempt to lay on hands. Do I sense? Honestly,
Is he alive?
as I do said thing, I would first use Divine Sense, Don.
Yeah.
That's just common sense. Celestial, fiend, or undead?
I would say that you get
Fiend.
no, you get traces of celestial,
Okay.
like
Heavenly
little
clown.
heavily clown, mostly clown, but you get
also
small
the
like
Yeah.
little pips in areas of his skin that are celestial, his palms, his eyes.
Okay. All right. And then yes, I would attempt to perform my sacred paladin duty of laying on hands. I don't discern any diseases or poisons affecting my companion. I'd attempt to at least lay on hands a volume of hit points, say 10 for fuck,
Sure.
to like
Yeah.
Mr. Pidgeon.
Yeah, you grasp at him and expend your holy energy to heal him, and he wakes up.
My eyes immediately like reach for my throat and look at my hands and look around.
Clown model.
God, he's clown Jesus.
Mark is like, this is a holy thing I've witnessed. Christ is risen.
He's
It's
risen.
Lazarus.
Risen. R-I-Z-Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell happened, Mr. Pigeon?
I would look around and say I think I kind of died again.
Oh my God.
But I guess not really. It's hard to explain.
Again?
Yeah.
Have you died before?
We knew about his throat getting cut. I think you and I did. At the very least, like, we've definitely seen the, like...
Doesn't mean he died, though.
I feel like we had a conversation
Maybe.
about him dying
We
like
might
a
have.
year and a half ago in real lifetime.
It's been a long time.
Yeah,
I believe there was a
yeah.
conversation.
I fully respect I am inserting a, like, roughly 18 to 20 months ago, I feel like there was a distinct conversation in the early 30s of, like,
For like 10 minutes, we talked about.
yes,
Yeah.
of, like,
Sure,
hey,
something might have been mentioned at one point.
kind of getting to, like, the Valinor Blades and, like, had seen this, and you, like, when we asked about where your family was, and you did the, like, this, and it
Yeah.
was the, like, huh? Like, you too? And you're like...
Yeah, because you were pressing both of them about like familial stuff, and Twig was like, I mean, my queen made a pact with like a demon. She speaks
Yes.
demonic. It was fine.
Yes.
It's normal.
Because it was the Abyssal speaking.
Yes,
and
it was the
like,
Abyssal speak.
This was the Valinor Blades time as well, and
Yeah.
the, like, meh. And I was like, uh-oh. So maybe Marcus knows, and Dandelion is like, that just means he's got icky stuff on his neck. Who knows? Sure.
He's covered in marks on his face and everything.
Fair, yeah, okay.
Yeah, no.
I don't know, maybe.
I would nod along and say that you know, and look, and he exploded in the flowers, right? There's not like a corpse.
No.
Okay, I would just say Fivrel and his family killed me when I was a child, and I was brought back from the dead, which is why I hid my identity for so long. I've been killing Blackflowers for the last 300 years, taking my revenge, and I think it's finally over.
300 years?
Roundabout.
Oh my
Look good for your age. I look like
Don't-
hell.
I don't feel great for my age right now.
I am
Very
baby
tired.
compared to you. I look like hell.
Oh, that's so much longer. Marcus only of 100 years. So then, was the circus a means of getting to places to find black flowers?
It was a good means of travel, and
Okay.
nobody really looks twice at a clown. Not for the wrong reason, for the right reasons. You know, they look for entertainment. They don't look past the clown.
Yeah.
It's,
And sometimes they look for entertainment.
Yeah.
And then he goes, this is the wrong clown for that.
Okay. All right. Who brought you back from the dead the first time?
Lyari. It's a priest of Shar.
I
Lyari is what I have. Typical fantasy spelling.
Just mix and match
Fleep do?
the traditional spelling.
Yes.
Priestess of Shar. And did she find you in your family home here?
That I don't. I was just saying, I don't remember it. Yeah. Okay. Hey.
Priest.
Either here or in the immediate aftermath strategy.
Okay.
But yes, it was
Okay,
after my
okay, all
my
right.
family was killed in the night. They
Okay.
they broke in and killed
Oh.
my parents, my 3 siblings, and myself.
Oh.
And
So this was family home.
I'd look around at my it's like dilapidated and yeah.
You were. All of the bodies were found on the lawn.
That's what I thought. It was out front, right? Yeah, we were like left outside as a message. Yeah, so I was found on the lawn.
Is there a picture of baby pigeon on one of these windows?
No, they're mostly like.
Which gods?
Yeah, that's my follow-up question.
Primarily saloon.
Saloon. Which nature daddy? All
Okay,
right.
you did say nature daddy. I thought you said maitre day or something. I was like, I'm not familiar with that, but it sounded like daddy.
Yo, creme brulee with Pidgeon. Oh my god. Okay, so Saloon and Sylvanas. Okay. Did they look like
Saloon, Solanas.
iconography or imagery of them that I would be familiar with of them? If they have been depicted to me in a physical form? Like, is this of them?
It's of them.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
there's
what...
some that are like their symbols. There are some that are
Sure.
clearly them. The ones that are them, the faces have been punched out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, angry destruction of precious art. I'm glad we killed them. More fuel to the fire. Okay.
Pigeon, you wish to keep house? I can tear trees from roots. I
don't-
clean up.
I don't know.
We throw a party. We don't burn house down. I understand now.
I'm glad
We
we,
might
didn't burn
burn
the house down.
the house down. I haven't decided.
You want to burn the house down?
I don't know.
We should
Okay.
rescue the people.
We should rescue the people. I have a lot to think about.
Yeah. There's plenty of time for you to decide what you would like to do with your newly inherited familiar
Wait,
home.
Pigeon's house has dungeon?
Basement.
Did it have a? Is it actually?
It did not have a dungeon. As far as
So he was a boy.
so far as you've seen, you've not found the dungeon
Okay.
in your wanderings of your home.
Uh-huh.
That is also a good question. Roughly how old were you when you were killed?
Young. I was a child still.
Okay.
15.
15?
Yep.
Oh, elf.
Yep.
So like
Yeah, it was
emotional maturity
265
of a
years
couple
ago.
like year-old kid.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fucking elf ages. I know. It's like 15 and like medieval is like get on your fucking horse for
Yep.
a human like you are a knight now.
Yep.
Like you're
Here's
not
your
a boy.
sword.
You're a
born.
landowner.
Yeah, exactly.
Get a job.
Yes. Like go impregnate your 13-year-old wife. It's like, oh god. Okay.
Well, you tell me what you want to do. You want to clean house? I'll clean house. You want to burn house down? I'll help you burn house down. We'll throw a big party. House burning party.
You
I
said
will think on it.
the bones of his ancestors
either
were
way.
pulled out.
Yeah.
The actual physical bones?
Actual physical bones.
Okay.
Are they still strewn all about?
That.
No, I would say that they would have vanished when Fivrel
They
died.
vanished?
That they just crumpled
Okay. they're
Dust.
into
Dust.
Into dust.
Okay.
They've been exposed to the air now.
Sure.
Pretty scary.
Disintegrate. Demons. I don't know if that's how bones work.
That's how these bones work.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. I'm going to pull out my...
Crucifix.
No, I'm going to, like, pull out, like, my sensor and, like, start, you know, attempting to, like, cleanse the area of, like, where your ancestors' ashes are and attempt
Is
to...
that the
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Swingy.
the-
Dong,
Yeah.
dong,
Smoke
the
ball,
fucking
right?
smoky, yeah, like ashy
Give you a
smells.
migraine.
Yep.
As that's going on, I'll pull a nail out of my bag with my hammer, and I'll hold it to the floor where Fivrel fell. Hand the hammer to you. Go ahead. You won't come back.
Sure, I'll grab it and give it a pretty hard hit.
Nail him. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
I'll stop.
Now, I guess when I do that afterwards, though, I'll remember and start looking around for the blades that he had.
I would say
try to
that
find
you-
those in the
You push apart.
probably pretty
the-
frantically for
Yeah.
for everyone else's visual.
Yeah, I would say that you're like frantically brushing apart twigs and leaves on the ground and remnants of what he exploded into, and you find your 2 blades nestled in those remnants.
I'd grab them and look at them for a minute and look them over, make sure they feel and look right in my head. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm looking at what I've been looking for a long time.
Yeah, they do.
And
There's a cat. Twig's very upset. You have a shiny thing and you haven't showed it to me.
You stepped on Twig's tail.
and I'll try and see if I can connect them myself to try and put them back together, or if they look like they're missing something, or
No, it looks like they just
Slot.
sure
slot in and lock back together exactly as you remember.
put them together and then sit with them on my lap for a minute.
Twig, you ever been to this house before?
I didn't know he had a house. I thought he only had a tent.
House is kind of like tent.
We know better.
Do you have a house?
Yeah. Back on the island.
Nicer than this?
To me, yeah.
It's like way better. It's every conceivable
big
way.
deal.
What do you think Pidgeon going to do now?
I don't know. It might not be him anymore.
New
He,
Pidgeon.
like, disappeared. Yeah.
This could be better Pidgeon, though. No?
I don't think so.
You like when it's quiet? Well, maybe new Pigeon not good for old Twig. Once we find new Twig.
I don't think there is new twig.
No? Not even after we go home. Get to fix anything.
But it's still me. I can't be replaced.
Seems fair. Otherwise, you'd have to tell me.
I wouldn't.
Just something new Twig would say. I'm more confused than when we started the conversation.
I'm gonna walk away.
Just still standing there, just like.
Stroking the mustache.
I'm gonna stand alone. Just somewhere else.
Okay.
By a corner, maybe.
This is the worst day of my life. Yeah, I mean, I would attempt to then. What's the quantity of familial ashes? Is it like in abundance?
It's a hefty bundle of ashes.
All right. Well,
Got a
I've got
trash bag.
I've got some shovels. I would wait the several moments for Mr.
Yeah.
Pidgeon to have his reverent moment with his family blades being inherited as I just continue to cleanse the area.
She wants to break in.
After I sit for a moment, I would probably help if there was still any cleaning to be done of the, like, particularly of the ashes. and that
I'm
that
waiting to
general
do the
area.
ashes until you're ready. Like, I'd be standing with 2 shovels.
Yeah, after I have my moment looking over my blade, I would pop it on my back or side or wherever that would go and help.
Piling up any big pieces of wood and vine and stuff
Yeah.
and just start putting it in a pile.
Yeah.
Mr. Pidgeon, I don't know, do you have a familial burial plot? Do you have, like, a family cemetery?
I'd say there was one in the grounds.
Yeah, I would lead the way there then.
Yeah.
After.
I would spend a fair amount of time if there are not graves for these.
Mm-hmm.
You said 3 siblings and parents?
Mhm.
So 5 graves need to
Yeah.
be dug. And like, I would help construct for the environment around us. Like, I don't want to obviously utilize any of the pieces of the home. I feel like at this point the house has been sufficiently like kind of tarnished and stained,
Yeah.
especially like in the wood.
Mm-hmm. I would say what is around you is you step through one of these busted out windows into a courtyard that
Yeah.
opens up into a garden, and you walk through this garden. There's a large fountain that has long since been dried up.
Okay.
Clearly, it's cracked and dusty and covered in moss and vines like growing out of the top of it.
Okay. Individual like stones.
Yeah, there's like there's
Yeah.
stones in the inside of that, and past that is this large burial site wrapped with a stone wall. And as you walk into this garden, you can see that there are headstones that were set aside for the parents when
Yeah.
they did die. There's
Yeah.
not anything for the kids
Sure.
because they were too young at the time.
Yeah, it would help get them back in the ground and tidy up.
Mm. Yeah, and then 3 additional for the other kids.
From the fountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, you crack off some stones from the bottom of this and make graves for the 3 kids and the parents and kind of spread the ashes evenly between all of them.
What were the names of the kids for your siblings?
Long elven names.
I got you.
No, I have
Long
got- okay.
elf one.
It was I had a brother named Dergasir, a sister named Fernador, and a sister named Nevastasia.
She was Russian, that one.
Yeah, spelled like an elf.
Novostasia.
Nova Scotia.
All right. Spelling doesn't matter.
Nope.
Were you the youngest then?
That I don't remember. Yeah, I didn't write down the ages. I would
say yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say I would guess I
Sensibly, the
I don't have
youngest.
it
Yeah, either the
Okay,
youngest
so-
or the
Okay.
second youngest, if I
Okay.
remember.
Okay. Durgasir was the one brother, and the other 2 were sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have the names for your parents?
Corbier was my father, and Salamina was my mother.
Would I know any Selûnite prayers? Like, I respect that she's not one of the predominant 3 that I worshipped in terms of, like, you know, being predominantly focused on, like, law and justice and things like that. But
Sure.
I would presume she would be
In the realm
with
of-
good ordered, and then also with Harrowil
Yeah.
still also, like, we've had sufficient exposure to Selûnite things.
Yeah, I would say between your like family history kind of aligning with those types of gods and Harrowil specifically, that you'd have at least knowledge of a generalized kind of prayer.
Yeah, I would, if the prayer has a name, I would ask if Mr. Pidgeon knows it. I don't know if they had like religious studies in his family. I don't want to be the one offering the prayer for his family.
Sure.
But if he has one that we would both possibly know, I would pray with him.
Sure.
Would there be one that he
would
would
I?
have known in his 15 years?
Yeah, I would say that your family was not like crazy religious, but you would
I was gonna say that they
frequently
were
do
religious enough.
religious
Yeah,
enough to
sure.
have windows of the gods. So
Yeah.
These old things.
so yeah, I would say that was at least a semi-common thing that you did is pray to the gods with your family around the fountain outside.
I would, yeah. Then I would help lead a little prayer there to Saloon. I guess while I'm doing that though, I would kind of internally just like feel this out on myself. But would I feel the lack of like Char's influence?
You would.
And would I feel like I'm incapable of like magic and stuff at the moment?
Not incapable of magic, but incapable of the magic that you currently have prepared for the day. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the things that you would become accustomed to.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like I would, I guess, feel the lack of the spells I had done prior to. Sure.
Yeah, that kind of like the duplicity of self that you kind of felt with essentially almost spreading yourself out in order to distribute the weight of what you were holding back. You don't feel that anymore.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, I would help with the prayer.
Yeah.
While they were doing the burials and everything, I would have been moving various logs, trees, and vines off the walls, building a tiny little hut type of thing for Dandelion to play in.
Yeah,
for a little bit.
Well,
jungle gym.
Thalris would help you move
I was
stuff.
going to say that Dandelion's probably going to try and clear the path to get the prisoners out of
Yeah,
the
sure.
basement
Sure.
while this is going on. There are people trapped.
I was just saying, I would also, as soon as we're done the prayer, probably say that the rest of this can wait. We should figure out who's still locked away in this estate.
Yeah. While they were doing the prayer too, I would have walked up to a window as well and watched them for a little bit.
Yeah.
Said to myself,
Ioannis, you take care of them now.
and say a word to the god of. I had it written. I was looking at it. Totally forgot what it was. My God of love, mercy, and forgiveness.
Yeah. I would say that you, in the back of your mind, hear a distant rumble that you are accustomed to when kind of sending off these prayers.
Grab a couple pieces of some stained glass and look to Twig without looking her in the eye. Then head over to Dandelion to help clear the way.
Yeah. You guys start clearing out the rocks and vines and logs that are piled high in front of this basement door that has just collapsed in on itself off of the walls. Because they're clearing stuff out.
Just got one of my giant cigars hanging out of my mouth as I'm clearing rocks.
After the burial, make my way back in to try and help find whoever is stashed away somewhere.
Yeah.
In the house.
Yeah, Ophelia has come in from outside and is just kind of standing, staring a bit glassy-eyed at the basement door as you guys are moving things.
Yes?
Just waiting to see if anyone needs to be healed.
Good. We're hoping it's her father. Maybe.
There's hope.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Moving one rock at a time.
As I'm like lifting a boulder.
See, the cool thing is that if the door is closed, he could be down there. We don't know until the door opens.
That is true, yes.
And then if we open door and he is there, he's down there.
That's true.
And if he isn't, then he isn't.
Also true.
You're good at this.
Pick up the rock. Started to get smart. And I was like, no. We don't do that here.
Yeah, Thalris just helps you clear the rest of the stuff out of the way.
You did good back there.
Thank you.
You know, swords work better when you swing them, not throw them, though.
Yes, but things were far away and I am not fast.
When you pick up a stone,
But I had a sword.
put stone in your pocket. Always have stone to throw.
He just picks up a rock and crushes it and puts it in his pockets.
I've got some.
Don't go swimming.
Pull some stones out of my pockets.
Yeah.
I had
Good
cousin.
to keep.
Yeah, presumably Twig's got just a bag
I've-
full of
yeah.
rocks.
Got like 30 stones in my inventory at all times.
Don't go swimming. I lost cousin that way.
Because of rocks.
Put rock in pocket for throwing. Forget about throwing rock when swimming.
Goddamn Creole lovers.
Yeah, and Thelris, like, pulls the door open and pushes it back. If there is anyone left, they will be down there.
Thank you. You're on your way to being a good man.
I have a long way to go, but I will certainly try.
Every bit helps, moving like one rock. It helps open that door.
Thank you.
You said there's 2 doors on either side?
Mhm.
Both doors, I'm
One on
assuming,
each side.
we're kind of covered?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd instruct him to just get started on that one.
Okay. And he
We're
walks
going to go
over and
down.
just starts lifting rocks and moving them out of the way.
Are we doing this? Let's go find out if I was right or right. He is and isn't down there.
You light a torch and you make your way down the stairs, and you get about halfway down and you look back and Ophelia is just frozen at the top of the stairs.
Do you want to wait?
No. It's just difficult.
Yeah, I would have sent a couple steps back towards her and extend my hand, and I would just say, the fear of not knowing is not greater than the fear of knowing.
If he is down there, wouldn't you want your face to be the first thing he sees?
And she grabs your hand.
I'll cast dancing lights and illuminate the space.
Mhm. Yeah. You light up, have them cascade down the stairs, the rest of it illuminated by Marcus's torch, and you guys descend down 2 stories, 2 full stories into the ground. As you wrap around, and this opens up into a room roughly the same size as the one above that you were in.
It's a big room.
Very big room. You can see that there are large pillars along supporting the floor above. A little bit of that you had seen through the cracks in the floor.
Is it? So the ceiling goes all the way up to
Yeah.
where the floor would have been.
Yeah, cathedral ceiling basement.
Yep.
Sick.
Nice.
Yeah, and you can see that there were rooms down here that have since kind of been cracked in. There was a tall bookshelf immediately off of the stairs, piled high with would have been books at some point that are now essentially molded and rotted away. As soon as they're exposed to the air, they'll just collapse into nothing. There are overturned and broken chairs. There are scratches on the floor and on the wall. And you walk in and you just hear a rustling from far off in the corner and a clink of chains. Just off in the dark.
I'll send dancing lights in that direction.
Yeah.
As the dancing lights are moving, I would gently put my hand on her shoulder and say, it should be your voice he hears first to soothe him most.
Okay. Just gonna take a couple steps forward and just walk very slowly, cautiously through this space into the darkness and into the light again as the dancing lights illuminate the space. And as they get further to the back of the room, you just see right at the edge of the vision of the light a rather burly man just suspended from chains on the ceiling. And she walks out of the light into the darkness as the dancing light moves just a bit further, illuminating this man, similarly in a suit as the one werewolf was, fine clothing that's since been torn. You see even from the distance you're at, a relatively scarred man, long bushy, like lumberjack brown beard, long, greased back hair that's just spilling over his shoulders.
The beast?
Essentially the beast. Yeah.
You found the beast?
He found the beast.
All right.
Yeah. He's an older human beast.
Yeah.
Oh God, he's hot.
Hotter than the human beast was because they
fucked that up,
fucked him
dude.
up.
Mess.
He was hotter before.
You were
Don't
hotter
read
as a
into that.
warthog, man.
Don't read into that.
Or do.
Or two, yeah. you do what's in your heart.
Don't find my fan fiction.
Shadows on his face.
Yeah. Yeah, you find this man hanging from the chains, and he's just not sleeping or dead, just kind of sullenly looking down, barely has the energy to move. And she walks towards him and just reaches a hand out and touches his shoulder. Father? And the man stirs slightly, and he just slowly raises his head towards her. Ophelia? How are you here? I got your letter. Had some friends help me try to find you. I didn't know if I would ever see you again. I'm so sorry. No. It's okay. You just tried to protect me. The only way you knew how. I should have been a better father. I should have protected you myself. But I couldn't be your father if I was still. It's okay. I'm just glad that you are alive. She reaches up and pulls a set of keys from the wall and starts undoing the shackles around his wrists. And he falls, and she catches him slightly as his weight kind of collapses on her shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus?
Yeah. Yeah, I would rush over and just, when you describe burly man,
Yeah.
like top heavy, like broad.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Identifying that, I would kind of like put one hand under one armpit to like steady him from the front, and if she's been kind of like hulked by his weight underneath another arm, I would quickly pull her out and displace her area and hold him aloft like underneath. Effectively, like in the idea of as a squire to my father when assisting placing the armor on, I would hold him aloft like this.
Yeah.
Not so that his arms are out like
Yeah.
fucking monkey.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm not trying to make him a fucking ghoul.
Yeah.
But like I understand like the mechanics of if
Absolutely.
I get like
Ophelia, it's me.
yeah, if I get his fucking like labrums and hold his labrum up
Yeah.
strong
Yeah,
enough
you're
to hold him
supporting him
aloft.
enough.
He'll have motion of like his arms and things. I'm not cuffing
Yeah.
him up and being
Yeah.
like, I love you, daughter.
Yeah, and he's immediately going to wrap his arms around her.
What the fuck, man?
Why not me?
It's right here. You told me burly man. I need to fight him.
I went in for the hug.
Yeah, he's very much Vander from Arcane.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But yes, upon steady, does it feel like he's steady on his feet as I hold him aloft? Like
Yes.
it was
Yeah, as
momentary.
the like,
Yeah.
essentially his blood stops pooling in his
Yeah.
extremities, and
I would release him that he might hug her fully.
yeah, and you feel his weight drop off of you as you let go, and he just holds her there for a while.
Uh-huh.
I'd hand my water skin and some jerky to Dandelion.
Bring it over to, I don't know this man's name, but over
Papa.
to
Papa.
over to Papa.
I think John said daddy.
Yeah.
John
The
said.
beast. She'll call
yeah,
me by my
and
name.
he opens his eyes and lets her go. Thank you. Takes it. How did you all get here?
That's a really long story, but we
There was a yak, several dead blackflowers.
beat the Blackflowers to death, and you're free. So the area is safe.
There was a kingdom.
Let him enjoy the time with his daughter. It matters not how we got here. It matters that you and your daughter are united.
Thank you.
There'll be plenty of time to talk about the logistics of our travel and our endeavors. But for now, enjoy your peace.
He just takes her hand and starts walking back towards the stairs.
Is it just you down here?
I am all that's left. I am the only success.
Are you still afflicted with lycanthropy?
Yes. But I can control when I shift, as the others cannot.
Okay.
You were also experiment.
Yes, originally willingly, to try to cure it. It's what I spent most of my life doing.
Seems me and you have a lot in common. We will talk more later. Upstairs you will find another Goliath man cleaning out the other side of the room. Just further past that outside you'll find another Goliath man. He's very loud.
Cookie is up there too.
But there is also a gnomish man. And the
Also a
vampire.
jungle gym.
And a vampire.
If you're looking for activities.
You speak to Cookie, Cookie will get you what you need. How do you feel? Right is wrong.
Rain. Right as rain.
No, it's clear.
Okay. No, the expression is right as rain.
As rain.
Yes.
But rain sucks. The snow is good, but...
Rain is nourishing for the earth.
Yes, but rain make me feel sad.
Oh, God.
Anyway, Cookie upstairs.
Okay.
He'll get you feeling...
We are going to go into the garden, and then I will meet you out front with this cookie man.
He'll feed you. Give you a chance to relax.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Two of them are going to walk upstairs.
Yeah.
Help you relax as he puts the cookie mask on.
Spa day.
Is this made of cookie flesh?
My own.
Cookie
My
leather.
precious.
You heard of fruit leather. Get ready for cookie leather.
You said there were additional rooms. Do they look like they've been broken in, or when he says I'm the only success, the only one that remains, are there other bodies that are chained to the wall? What's the?
Yeah, I would say that in the room that you were in, just out of the light of the dancing light, there are other bodies hanging from the wall. There are skeletons piled in the corner.
Okay.
I'd say 3 skeletons, 2 bodies are hanging.
Okay.
As you wander around, you find one other one in one of the other rooms, just slumped through a wall haphazardly.
Mm-hmm.
This was essentially just used as
Yeah.
a hunting room for them to just test things.
I begin collecting the bodies that I may bury all the damned.
Yeah.
I'll help Marcus do that.
Yeah, you pick up all the bones and ferry them upstairs. Bodies are too heavy for Dandelion, but bones are great.
Can do bones.
I would even assist you in
Store.
finding small, manageable bones.
So they do that. I'd just kind of walk around and just look at the state of the house and look if there's anything left from my family that I would know was left by my family, I guess.
Sure. Would you be looking for anything in particular?
Not really. Just like looking to see if anything is left, what they did with
Sure.
the place after.
Yeah. I would say that as you go back up the stairs and walk up into the long hall that leads to like the bedrooms and the other areas of the house. Most of it's destroyed. It's been caved in. Rocks and things have clearly cracked their way through, though now gone. Just laying on the floor here. You round one hallway and then find your way into a smaller room, and you find one small portrait of your family still remaining, tucked behind something.
I would grab that and take that with me.
Yeah.
And just kind of like look, because Mr. Pidgeon's not super physically strong either. Probably can't help that much with moving stuff.
Yeah.
But just look around and drink in what it looks like now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna follow close behind, but at a distance. Just observe what he's doing. Keep an eye on him.
You stalking him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you watch him wander the halls and make a stealth check too against your passive perception, just because it's always fun to see if he sees you or not.
14.
My passive is 17.
Okay, then you, as ever, notice Twig just low to the ground, kind of creeping along the halls, following you.
You're just click clacking on the floor.
Yeah.
I guess I would just say out loud, but not like yelling. You know, you can come closer, or not.
I'd walk a little closer.
Yeah.
I'd hold out my hand with the stained glass. Be like, can I have this? Put it in my bag.
And ask permission.
I was gonna say she's never done that before.
New twig, new twig, new twig.
There was one identifying factor.
Him floating into the air was the distraction. His
Right.
twig was taken away and replaced.
I'll help Thalris clear that other door and just go down with him and check.
Yeah, you find yourself on the other side of this large room. You walk down into a small room that was clearly just like a small sitting room, and
For watching.
yeah, yep, yeah. There's a large pane of glass that's reinforced in here along this like stone wall that had been clearly assembled at the bottom half of the stairs.
I'm assuming probably table chairs, some notepads maybe.
Yep. Yeah, there's 4 chairs and notes strewn around.
Just grabbing
Table.
one of the arbitrary notes off the floor.
Yeah.
What's the tone of the note? Does it feel scientific or does it feel like sickly they enjoyed this?
It does. It feels scientific in nature, like they were genuinely trying to cure this.
Cure lycanthropy.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
but at whatever cost. You can tell that the notes start to get more desperate as you kind of flip through the pile as stuff is just not working.
Does any of it kind of give the feel that, because he said they had a hunting ground that they essentially kind of like put them in.
Yeah.
Does any of it feel like there was any sort of gambling or enjoyment that they got from that?
I would say no. Not in the notes that are here.
Take Thalris and head back upstairs. One of the note pages, just to be
Yeah.
like, hey, found this.
Sorry, did you say you were saying that to Thelris? Or did you say you said that when you come upstairs to the rest of us? I didn't hear you.
No, me and Thalris went downstairs. I would have taken a note from one of the pages and like walked back upstairs.
Upstairs.
With him.
Okay, yeah.
I was like grabbing one of the note
Yep.
pages to like bring back and be like, here, whoever
Okay.
reads, you can take this.
Yeah.
I can't read this.
I would.
I can. Those are definitely words.
What do they mean?
You said that the tone changes and becomes more desperate.
Yeah, as the years continue, and I think like Fivrel starts to lose his mind,
Sure.
they are more desperate to fix this. The frequency of them testing things has increased. In the beginning, it was very scientific, very like formulaic, and it became very like not sporadic, but just random.
Yeah.
Of we don't know what to do.
Within whatever documentation,
in his eye.
does it seem like it is a desperation to cure an individual person that has this? Or does it seem like it is this is becoming a spread that we are concerned that we won't be able to contain?
That.
Okay. Just infested with werewolves.
Yep.
Just
Yes.
infested with them.
Too many.
Too many werewolves.
Essentially, as they were trying to cure this, they were sort of making more.
Yeah,
and
they're making it
releasing-
worse
They're making it worse
accidentally.
by trying to make
Yeah.
it better.
Yeah, they needed test subjects.
And originally, like as you pull through some of the other notes, there were people that clearly like consented to this that had nothing else to live for.
Sure. Yeah, that they were paid an exorbitant amount of money, cared for their family in perpetuity, blah, blah, blah. Okay.
And then not anymore.
Yeah.
When I was down there too, I can roll for it if you want me to. Was
Sure.
there anything that would look like a ledger of any sort to keep like track of names of people's?
Yeah, I would say that there is a couple pages ripped out of a ledger.
I'd have brought them up too as
Sure.
well and just handed that to.
Yeah, I would say a lot of the papers in that room are shredded as the door was like caved in.
Yeah, I'd also hand the couple pages with names on it to Marcus because I know he was taking the bodies away.
Yeah.
Does it seem like in the early stages it is would not have really much of the formal education to be able to identify like, hey, these kingdoms are predominantly these races of individuals for like the majority of their population, but having now seen the like, oh yeah, like I know Otosolor and Yothalna were like the two predominant elven kingdoms on the west of the Midlands. Does it seem like it's predominantly elven style names?
Yes.
Okay. First and familial, or just familial?
First and familial.
Does it seem like it's... These are the lists of volunteers?
Yes.
Or would I not be able to discern?
It's kind of hard to tell.
Yes,
I would
okay.
say that you do see her father's name on there,
Yeah.
but from what you know in the letter, it was
volunteered.
originally voluntary.
Yes.
So he is on this ledger. There are names after his.
Sure. Okay. At any point within this turning through, do I see shifts in names? Like, do I start to see more non-elven names appear? Does it remain predominantly elven throughout?
It's mostly elvish due to proximity, but
Yeah.
there is a shift later on after her father of non-elven names.
Do they look like, again, it's like not that hard to connotate,
Yeah.
like, he's got a specific sounding name. Her name's fucking Twig.
Yeah.
Like, do I see names that I would start to be able to identify with any kinds of cultures or types of people?
Yeah, I would say that it's pretty widespread. Like, there's
Okay.
clearly human names, clearly dwarf,
Sure.
Goliath, Tabaxi.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it didn't
Orcish.
seem like we tried elves, couldn't fix elves, then went to dwarves. It was, we tried elves for a while because of proximity, and
Yep.
then as we opened this up to more individuals,
Yep.
people kind of came to us, or we started taking
Yep.
a little bit of
Yeah,
everything.
or we're just
Okay.
kidnapping people that we
Sure.
find.
Absolutely.
Darren Cerna, Durgus. John.
One of these names feels real evil, buddy.
So the names just changed. It's like, oh, it's like we went through. That was when they were in their dwarven things.
Yeah.
And then they switched over to human. And then they moved to Tabaxi. We get names like Moss.
As like the genuine reason for me, like I do know the like the predilection for like the racial traits for having the attribute like affinities for either resistances or the capability of like having the attributes that might otherwise stave off something like this.
Yeah, I would say that despite the scientific nature of the notes, they seemed overwhelmed.
Okay.
And kind of in over their head a little bit.
Sure.
So, like, compared to the very scientific, like, drawn-out notes of the plant creatures that you found in the bog that were left, these are behind that in terms of quality.
Okay.
Like, they're
dumb.
They tried.
But yes, no,
but
absolutely.
they're not to that degree of, like, scientific charts.
Yeah, the other ones were literal, like, anatomical breakdowns and shit like that.
Mine was anatomical as well.
Yeah, you were, like, full-on Vitruvian man.
This is full-on, like, we're scared now, like, because they're fighting to get in the door type of deal.
Yep.
Are we far from the Mistlands? We
no,
traveled
this
for...
Like a half day's worth, I think.
Yeah, we had 2 days finished in and then the half day out.
Yep.
So would this have been like the closest kind of civilization area to the Mistlands?
Yeah, so the town that you were in was in the center. You would have had the additional. We just shortcut the like 2 days out.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure it out.
Through the rest of the Mistlands and into the Elvish Kingdom. You were out of the Mistlands for half a day before reaching here. Close enough proximity.
Yeah, why did they want to do this so much?
Yeah. Why would Fivrel care so much about getting Warman? Lather Wolf? Now, man?
I will
We'll
also
figure out
just
the
say
name.
for clarity that he is not cured. He still has it.
Yeah. Yeah, he just said he's
can
capable
just-
of
he can shift when he
managing
wants.
it.
I can shift when I want now.
Yeah. Oh, this is the action of them creating shifters, huh? But, like, why would he care? Was Fivrel afflicted? If he was afflicted, he would have changed, right? In fight, he would have been like Plant Wolf, like, I need water.
Possibly. But it's also like for them to have put so much time, effort, and money into researching it. You have to either gain value from the production or you have to care about removing the property. And if he said he's able to control it, if they weren't able to remove it, that's a conclusion that they could have come to, but even still, it would have been to stem the tide of an otherwise overwhelming abundance of lycanthropes, and we didn't encounter any until the Mistlands.
Maybe not so much try to get rid of, but try to control.
Yeah.
Because I remember they used to say all the time when I was prisoner, when I was known as Mage Slayer, they would always talk about dog on leash. And I thought, me, obviously. Big, nasty, scary man biting people. I did bite people, but not all the time. But like, what if they need... If I was to open door and fight way through, what if they took Page out of... Fivrel would have let the dogs out.
I think he kept them in.
Well, he did keep the dogs in.
Yes,
But wait,
exactly.
then who let the dogs
Exactly.
out?
The question has
Maybe-
now thus become
maybe the
who
dogs-
let the dogs
The
out?
dogs themselves let themselves out. But
They
if
still-
I break way in to fight, they take Page out of Leaf Man's book with Dragon Army. What if they make Wolf Army?
That's again, for what purpose? What did they want? I mean, Fivrel's been working in means of espionage, the Blackflower family, for political measures. Suddenly manifesting a werewolf army would surely be noticed by kingdoms.
Could just be named for renown. And maybe, like, I don't know. His task was gather information from Kingdom, make a wolf army, and then Lady Blackflower was in charge of finding key to open door. Purge the lock. I'm a battering ram, maybe.
Perhaps.
Ooh, I could be a battering ram. I do have a heavy head for it.
I don't think you're a goat.
Are fey creatures weirdly susceptible to being bitten? Are you guys like soft?
I mean, I've been bitten by horse before.
Does
Pretty
Ron
soft.
wear armor?
I would say that he does.
Yeah. It's really pretty.
Oh, all right. I guess mine's not. But yes, if they're trying to kick down the door, the assumption would be that they think that the werewolves are more equipped to fight whatever's on the other side.
Maybe weird moons. Dandelion, do you remember
True.
weird moons? Do they have
Moon-shaped
weird moons?
The moon is kind of strange here.
No, that's normal moon. I'm talking weird moon.
It's a very common moon.
That's the way the moon has always been. That's since the All-Father carved it with the perfect 90-degree angle. And then each couple nights he adds new quarter. It's like stacking clean brick.
Is the Feywild moon also Pac-Man moon, or is it a regular, fully...
I think we had talked before about it was a regular moon,
It was a
right? And that
yeah, it's a
our moon
regular
is
moon.
fucking weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird that it's.
Because I
that it's
remember
not
Paul
that.
being pissed.
Yeah. Well, it's also it's literally when that happened. It's the post of like someone was like, yeah, I did like a one shot in the past with my players, and they
Yeah.
were describing the city, and there was this
A
big
mountain
mountain,
range.
and they were like, man, I'm really excited to find out what happens to that mountain in the future because it's not there. And he was like, yeah, me fucking too. Me too. Can't wait.
I forgot.
I forgot.
Oh, God.
So there's a regular moon.
No, this is regular moon.
No,
what
this
do you
is-
what do you
this-
mean?
Moon.
And to be
Straight
clear,
lines.
there's a reason now. There wasn't when I said it.
Yeah,
It's straight lines.
No straight lines on my moon.
Wrong moon.
This is the wrong moon.
Okay, but does your moon behave differently? This one, every so many days, changes, adds, grows bigger till it's full, and then it gets smaller till it goes away.
Mine does that too, but with... It's round.
But does like full moon last longer? Do you know?
There's a full moon. And then it shrinks.
Wait,
And then it...
is Feywild filled with smoke like Mistlands?
Some places have some mist, but not completely.
Did Mistland feel like Feywild?
No.
Not entirely. No.
Mm-mm. No, it was it's not dark.
It's kind of dark. It's not dark like that.
not like
it's
that.
like twilight.
But you can see.
You can see, yeah.
Does it feel like nighttime longer than actual daytime, full sun daytime?
Yeah. But not
That could be-
like nighttime, like when it first starts getting nighttime and the stars start to come out and everything is...
That could be good for werewolf. Still bad for vampire because the ounce of sunlight, but could be good for werewolf.
I've never seen any kind of wolves like that.
Marcus, Pigeon, Twig, do you know if werewolf come out at end day time when sun just set?
Hmm?
Say that again.
Do you know if werewolf come out every end day time?
At twilight?
Yes, when sun just set. They
Uh,
come out then, or do they come out late?
I would
believe
say
someone's read it in a book before, so.
Yeah, I would say at twilight.
I've never heard of any werewolves in the Feywild, right?
No.
Could be new introduction of beasties. You put beasties on island, they eat everything because nothing can eat new beastie.
I don't think
That
Master
sounded
Oberon would like
way
that.
too smart.
I don't think he would like that. I think he would.
That may be point they were trying to get with werewolf. If they can control, they can teach. And if they can teach and reason, they can convince they're on the right side, not the wrong side, like poor Angier. I was told on the right side until I went, doesn't feel like right side. And they were like, it totally is. And then I said, is it? They were like, no. Then I left. Not after they beat me. Make my eyes see blue. And I ran. All totally happened. Angier headbutt guy. Tear through the door. It was awesome. I want to do it again. Headbutt, not go blue. Maybe go blue. I don't know.
We still have to fight someone else, so
I could go blue.
I don't know what that means, but
Well, you saw in Vision. There was something that happened that showed you guys the eyesight of me running out of the prison. I forget. It was
Yes.
my vision quest thing in
Yeah,
the basement of Madame
basement of the-
Morgan's. Yeah. She gave me a bunch of LSD and I was describing things. It's like,
Yeah,
"You
I remember
smoked
we
this
were
shit."
permitted to like sit in with that. Yeah.
that's right.
That's right. She did like the whole. She did the herbal thing with
'Cause you
me,
were
and she
trying to-
made me describe what was happening. Yeah. So you didn't see it, but you heard it.
Yeah.
So they create Endgear to punch hole, break door down, send in wolfies. No beasties to eat wolfies. And they walk right into Ron's house.
He would not like that.
No. But now they can't because black flowers are dead. You got them all, buddy.
They are all gone.
Helena's still alive.
They're not all gone, just his immediate family. They have like cousins and stuff
Yeah.
that are not. Fivrel's Blackflowers are gone.
Main ones are gone.
Helena's still around.
Helena, not black flower.
Yeah, she's Ashwell.
Ashwell.
She's
Ashwell. I thought
Hag.
she was.
I spit on the floor as I say that.
Bog the Frog, the
Yeah,
Toad.
there he is.
Bug
That's
frog.
that guy.
He's probably doing good. Having his own adventure. Side quest.
What do now, Pigeon? There's no one left downstairs.
No, we should probably rest and continue on. We have more pressing matters than what I did with this. Now that my job's mostly done. So this will be waiting for me when we're done.
Can we sleep in the house tonight?
I don't see why not.
Cookie. Hey! We need special dinner tonight.
Okay.
Pigeon is not new pigeon. Pigeon is new pigeon. Big day.
Well,
This is Pigeon's house.
Mr. New Pigeon, what can I cook for you?
You picked him. I'm not picky.
Is there anything that I would think is like made in the area, like local wise? Like, is there
Cold
something?
cuts.
Yeah, like, well, what's...
We had great hot dogs. The thought of elves fucking love it.
Yeah.
It's
Such
New
a
York.
weird shit
It's the
thing.
it's the gabagool.
It's the gabagool. Like,
Can I get a cheesesteak with?
oh my god. Like the
Well,
thought of
cheesesteak.
hundreds of years spent to perfecting the hot dog.
It's the perfect hot
Right.
dog.
All right.
Yep.
I may return to my wolf theory.
Marcus's wolf manifesto.
Hot.
Yeah, I
Check.
I would say that the thing that your family would have made most was like a nice warm boar stew.
Sure. We'll shoot for that.
All right.
Some boar. Boar sounds good.
All right.
Cookie's experienced in this, thankfully.
His eyes light up.
back.
I'm gonna go choke out a pig if
I'm
you
gonna
know
go
what I
hang
mean.
out in a tree for a little bit. I'll be back in an amount of time. He runs off into the town.
I mean, I'm genuinely gonna work
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
werewolf theory for some volume of time, so I don't know what anybody else is gonna be doing.
Nothing pressing.
Okay.
Eat and rest. I'm particularly tired, so.
Yeah, but John is doing this.
Absolutely.
Marcus would be doing, while thinking, would still be tending to, if I'm burying like anywhere from 6 to 12
Yeah.
individuals again, Marcus can be digging a grave while contemplating
Yep.
werewolf theory.
Yeah, it was another like 6 people.
Yeah, so like 6 graves with taking from, compiling,
Yep.
establishing gravesite, headstones, prayers. I've got like 6 hours of work and thought ahead of me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Werewolf theory.
How tall is the building?
Real tall.
I was just saying, we did this last
We
time.
did this
We did the
Very
story
tall.
thing last time, of
Like
like a
three-
story being
three stories.
roughly like 10 to 12 feet in height on average.
I cannot be responsible if that count contradicts what I said last
It's
time.
fine.
I didn't write it down.
I only
I'll
asked
never know.
because I think Dandelion would want to climb to the top,
Okay,
and
it's real tall. There's a goal in the walls.
Glenn turned on the faucet and there was a goose.
It's the bathroom air horn.
and
No.
He just comes out with a full face of makeup. I'd be fucking terrified.
Yeah. What was that?
That was the sink. It scared me. Sounded like DJ.
Hello.
It did.
yeah, Dandelion would play her. I guess the song of mourning that she's pulled out the last few times Marcus has had to dig graves for
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. You provide some comforting tunes to the relatively somber process. Cookie comes back a couple hours later, complete with a large bowl of stew on a big rolling cart. Here you go. I hope this is what you were looking for. He just puts a bunch of bowls on a little tray next to it. There's also some bread. I've hollowed some out in case you want to dump the soup into the bread.
Is that a thing?
It is now. We had a lot of bread that we needed to get rid of, so eat up.
Red Bull, that stew.
Yeah.
It's great. You can eat the bowl when you're done.
No mess.
No need utensils either. I just use hands.
It's different from a regular bowl. Ophelia and her father, whose name you don't know, are off sitting in the corner with two big bowls of stew, just resting in the garden, just looking at the flowers, looking at the stars as night approaches. Cookie just sits back against the wall, has a little bit of soup. Props up in a corner against the stairs.
Is the building still as spooky as it was?
It's a little less spooky now and looks more like a construction site. Definitely less fun than it was. There's just a bunch of debris on the ground.
Well, there's also like a thatch hut.
Yeah.
Half of a thatch hut that I had made for Dandelion to sit in.
Cookie's sleeping in there, actually. In the corner, obviously. He has to sleep in the corner. It's
Yeah.
a canon thing.
This is a sad song, Dandelion.
I'm all the way at the top of the building.
Hear it. I would even just said it to myself. Like, that's a sad fucking song, dude. Pidgeon, it is a sad day for morning. But morning is new day. I'm happy I could help you complete this pressing thing.
Me too. I'm glad it's finally done.
I know it felt like a burden on your body for what seemed like a really long time. 300 years is actually just a long time. It's not, doesn't feel like it is.
It's been a long time.
I just hope we can close pages on the other people's books as much as yours.
Yeah, we should attend to the matters at hand. I'll come back to this.
I leave woodpile here for you. If you want to keep, cool to hang out in, take a nap like Cookie. If not, a fire fits really nice on the inside of that. But I know today is a sad day, but also a day for you to take time to be proud. You did them good. They can rest easy now.
Just give a little nod and eat my soup.
Can I steal your map for my werewolf theory? Marcus? I'm going to hold this up for no reason at all. Look the other way.
Oh, it's gone.
Ah, this place is cursed with black magic.
Black flower magic.
Damn it.
Did that disprove your werewolf theory?
No, it has not the information that I was praying.
Let me check notes, because I might have more. I don't think I do.
Oh, no, it's okay.
There was a story about Wolfkin guy. Will they remember that?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the Woven Timberlands. But you do not have that.
Oh, I have the story about the...
Yeah. Did one of them sound more orcly than the others? Then again, though, if they were called the Woven Timberlands, it's not an orcish name.
John, I would have relayed this to you like a couple of times already now.
I have
if
exactly
you need,
this.
If you need that, yeah.
No, I have exactly this one also, but that's where I'm like,
Excellent.
I'm trying to figure out where the fuck that dude was.
Can I see the map?
Glendy, can you hand it back?
It was Western Adoris.
Yes.
Western Adoris.
It's where I'm like, I don't know if, like, because that one's marked as Dragonborn, so, like, I don't know if either of those other two above it are more orcly in nature.
I think Ordendole is the...
Several groves hidden within the forest.
Yes. Like, that's also what I was, like, trying to ask. Like, is it just elves, and did they, like, go fucking look for, like, this orc guy's line? Like,
Ordendole is the orcs. Olganthu is the Goliath.
Okay.
And there's a lot of forests in and around.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there was probably another name for it that wasn't Woven Timberlands.
Yes,
but
that
in
would have been an
common-
orcish, but yes,
Yes.
the name that would have gotten expressed to other people. Thank you, Glenn. Like, that's genuinely where I'm like, I've heard nothing else of this person's name or the name that the guy not descended to.
Yeah.
But that, like, oh, my ancestral spirit went to this person.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of this person ever
Correct.
since.
Nope.
And it's like, I don't even know who the fuck that guy was. Because he does not have his own, like, not like lore,
Oh, Leo?
dump thing. Yeah, Leo.
Leo Cavalier.
Yes.
If you're pronouncing it the French
Right.
way.
But it's like
Cavalier.
I don't know if he's a man.
I think it said human.
It just says hunters.
I would say.
Oh, he
there's-
fought alongside humans, so I guess
Yeah,
then when it
they're
dictates
humans.
hunters afterwards.
Yep.
So like, there's not a human king on the west side of the Mistlands, correct? That we know of.
No.
It's elf, tiefling, dragonborn, orc, Goliath.
Yeah. Because most of this would have taken place before the kingdoms were like fully established and
Absolutely,
separated.
and still post burning of Santinus though.
Yes.
And that is what, from what?
Sorry, it's pre.
It's pre.
It's pre.
Oh,
Because
okay.
he fought in the war with
Old-
the gods.
with the
That's
gods.
pre-Santinus.
And Santinus is where we put the knowledge.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the burning of Santinus is what split everybody up and also brought back the worship of the gods.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so this is pre that.
All right.
Fucking love that guy.
What guy?
Santa?
The Wolfgang guy. Ronan.
Oh, Ronan.
Yeah, love him.
Santinus?
Yeah.
It's Gunter Claus.
And we do know of a bear that wears a suit that delivers things to kids. It's Ophelia's father. I will sit on this man's lap and ask for a gift. I will.
It is also not day for mourning for you, Ophelia. It's day of happy.
Yes. It's it is a wonderful day. It is a strange feeling.
Catch up.
Yes. Thank you.
And you, sir. Ophelia dead?
Leonidas.
Ophelia dead?
Excuse me. Leonidas.
Leonidas
Yes.
is a strong name.
Strong man.
From the savannah, though.
Could be.
I hope he's from the plains and that I might mount him into battle now.
He's a human.
You just want to ride him.
I mean, yeah, dude, absolutely.
Into battle. Into battle.
Yeah, he's got broad, I could leap more than 10 feet off this man's shoulders. Long.
It's a good day for you as well.
How does find Steve?
Yes, I have not.
I found him. I found him. It's not find Steed, find stud. Is what
And I'm going to engage in some homebrew.
I've not seen the stars in some time. This is really quite something.
just as the way as the All-Father has made it. Beautiful at last. Perfect right angles, am I right?
The moon, yes. Very strange that.
Nah. This is the way I've always known it.
Hmm.
The way we've always known it. You, don't feel any way of looking at it now?
For a great many years, it almost taunted me. Just a big ball of light out of reach, ever chasing, but it is nice to look upon it with reverence again, so that I may enjoy it for its beauty and that of the light that it casts.
Were you a follower of Salami?
Saloon, yes. One of.
A Solunite follower to become a werewolf. Is cruel irony.
Yes.
I got that one right. Yes.
Yes, indeed it is. It's feels like being home again.
Some could say curse, sure. But after all you've been through, you turned this around. Now that you are able to control, you think of it as you could think of it as Saloon's blessing. Saloon grants you the power to be stronger. And it's up to you now to decide when to use it.
Yes.
It's a horrible way to look at horrible gift, but I'm sure your moon lady, these new gods, I'm sure she would understand that you have to find light of situation. Even in, you would say, darkness.
Yes. She is very good that way. Always listening. Always watching.
You survived.
Yes.
She took care of you, even when she couldn't see you.
I can ask for nothing more.
It is always darkest before the wrong.
Yes. Yes, it is. Thank you all for reuniting me with my daughter.
Ophelia here is upstanding healer. People talk about her, you know. Word of renown. Only in secret circles. But secret circles revere her for her ability.
Yes.
Ophelia is a very strong person. One that the father can be proud to have. Keep close.
Thank you for your kind words.
Thank you for, well, I guess as long as the way that the fates go, if you believe that sort of thing, if you did not exist, then Ophelia would not exist. And if Ophelia did not exist, we wouldn't be here today.
Everyone's story is influenced by the people they choose to align themselves with and the people that they touch and are touched by.
I
We
agree.
all walk with others.
There are very many Saloonite followers still around.
I would assume so. It's a rather common god. I would imagine there are more out there.
I never pay too much attention. I see churches and think, new gods. Not as good as old gods.
It is really whatever people choose to worship, whatever brings them comfort and strength in their hardest moments, whether that be a god or a belief. As long as you have something to hold on to in your darkest moments, that is, and he just kind of glances over at Ophelia. That is all that matters.
Ophelia, you are like God.
She just kind of chuckles a little bit to herself, just awkwardly eats more soup.
It is nice.
Yes.
Dandelion! Play happy song now!
Is Marcus still burying bodies at this point?
It had been a couple hours. I would say he's finishing up. It's been several hours. Cookie had to go hunting, and then made a whole stew. It's been probably 5 hours.
Then I will transition to a slightly lighter tune.
You're patting the grave with a shovel and just hear the transition of music and just
A jaunty Jake?
This one
You
was a
plant the
dance.
shovel and start dancing with the shovel.
Just singing in the rain style.
I dip the shovel deep.
Oh my god, it's
My
Marcus
dear.
Astaire! They mustn't know of my footwork.
Yeah, I would, upon completing the burial of all these poor, forsaken, and damned people, I'll return inside said home.
Yeah. Before you come back inside during that moment, could I have everyone else leave except for Marcus for a moment?
We've got to discuss my werewolf. Me and my mind.
He's gonna get just mauled by a grave.
All right. Burying men.
Burying men. As you're
Burying men?
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. As you're burying these men and these unidentified bones, you hear the song that Dandelion plays as kind of everything around you fades away as you work. This is a very dutiful thing that you do.
Sure.
And focus on. And you hear a light, like, singeing sound like embers crackling on a fire.
Okay.
And you see lightly, like, fiery colored footsteps manifest beside you. And you see the figure of Milana kind of radiating as if she is made of fire and rippling through with holy light.
Holy light now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mixed into the flame, similar to what's happening to your hair.
Yeah, understood.
Walk up beside you, and she just kind of like looks over her arms and hands. This is new.
Life is filled with change. Sometimes fraught with it.
I have not been able to manifest outside of the blade for I don't know.
I hope my faith has, well, reminded you of your own strength and resilience. Something that's been within you this whole time, if not covered in darkness.
I think I'm beginning to believe, Marcus.
Shine through, Queen.
Feels different.
I hope it feels good and serves as a reminder of the woman you were.
It does.
I shall see you through to the very end of your journey. And though I may not ever be able to bury you, when my days are done, I will bury the blade. That none may ever have to take upon this task. I shall be the last. No, I don't like it. It doesn't feel wholesome.
Pact is struck. Pacts aren't struck.
It doesn't feel wholesome
It's not the
anymore. Oh, really have ruined words.
Yeah. Yeah, she just kind of not weakly smiles at you, but just kind of cracks us the only smile you've really ever seen out of her.
Absolutely.
I apologize for the harshness of my candor and the roughness of my edges.
Well, a blade not oiled or tended to will chip, will tarnish. Consider me your polish and your whetstone. A river rock. Whatever you might have used in your olden days.
A riverstone. She just kind of reaches down into the fire.
Yeah, fiery pockets. Yeah.
Pulls out a stone.
Yeah, I would. I'm assuming it just looks like a nicely shapen, smooth,
Yeah.
circular river rock.
Yeah, it's got aspects of like whenever we've seen like pictures of like buffed obsidian where it's almost clear in certain areas, it's got that tendency of like if you took a river rock and literally cracked it in half, where you get the like clear parts in it of the like little bits of.
That's called cleavage.
That
As a genuine thing, again, from my various now having to tend to stone so intimately, that is called cleavage when it breaks and you get that like real smooth sheen of a nice fracture.
Yeah, it's that.
Good.
You have that.
She's got sick cleavage.
She's got this really nice cleavage. Yeah. She's hot. She's got cleavage.
I hate that I knew it, and then I was like, "Oh, what a meaningful moment."
Yeah.
It also has a different connotation. All right, cool.
Yeah, that's what she gives you. You can see the areas of where her hand has held it are kind of almost indented a little bit.
Yeah.
Not like hourglass shape, but just where you have the like handholds on like a water bottle, similar to that, where it's just an imprint from gripping it to sharpen the blade, and then the edge of it has that smooth hewn nature to it.
You don't mind if I use this?
No. I hope that it brings you the same comfort and satisfaction in caring for your weapon as it did me. It brought me peace to sit out and just listen to the night and sharpen my blade that I might defend my people.
That we may defend our people. Even Shattered Kingdoms still have descendants. Your line is long ago, who knows how close we may be intertwined.
You did have golden fields.
Mm-hmm. A beautiful home.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. And thank you for the second gift you've given me.
The stone?
Mm-hmm.
What is the first?
Your company. I cherish each and every meeting. Even the ones that were a bit more fraught with danger and your ire. A chipped blade is still sharp. And dangerous to an inexperienced user.
That is true enough.
I would then hold out my hands and say, many years did I strike a tree to learn to weather the calluses holding a weapon.
As did I.
No cuts, though.
She just holds up her fiery hands.
No cuts in yours either.
None that you can see. You see like little bits of this holy light.
Yeah,
kind of
that would look almost
forming.
like gashes where
Yeah.
there would be like a change in the coloration, almost like a deepening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, similar like on her shoulder as well as stuff just like ripples essentially from within her.
For sure. I was not intending it to be a demonstration of battle scars,
Absolutely.
but as a even if you are a chipped blade, because I am an experienced user, I did not cut myself while holding on to you.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. May I ask you one thing of your time at war?
Yes.
Was your battlefield, or were your people known for silver? Was silver a common metal to you and your people, or to anyone?
The elves used a lot of silver, but also mithril and other things in their blades.
Because I was going to say, we talked about the Damascus weathering for that, and it being Again, the Damascus being the pattern, but woven in with dwarven mithril.
Yep.
Okay.
But that one is, as you've seen it, definitively more woven than any of the others that you have seen, because that is a legit one compared to the, like, we've sprinkled
the
mithril
false
in.
ones.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
A lot of us carried silvered weapons.
What for? What did you fight that needed silver?
Primarily beasts. Things that were more resilient to it. Things with a demonic nature.
As I fear.
Cursed things.
Yes, as I feared. Would I have any like the blade from her is not persistently woven in flame, correct?
No.
Is it actually silver and I've just not like noticed?
Hers isn't.
Yeah.
Because it's not a blade of her people.
Correct.
That one is not.
Yeah. Before you took up this blade, then, did you have one that was silvered?
Yes. Rippled along the blade as well as accents on the hilt. The seal of our kingdom. Pressed into the middle.
There's armor that back then unified, right?
Yep.
Might I then request a trade?
In what sense?
I fear the things that lay ahead for us will require a weapon woven with this silver. And it would be an honor to use yours.
She just extends her hands out.
I would unsheath it. Again,
Yeah.
if this is not actually happening physically to them, whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, if it is actually physically happening, I would unsheath the blade and extend it out open-faced like that, like I am demonstrating it or displaying it.
Yeah. She reaches out and places her hands over yours and takes it and holds it in front of her. And she twists it and just inserts it into her torso. And reaches over her back and draws hers out of silver as it just kind of appears out from her back, wreathed in flame and sparks of holy light sparking off of the silver as it is essentially reforged from her essence. And she just extends her hands holding it. And it is a beautiful, ornate, like almost like oceanic pattern with the silver of it kind of being like ridged up towards the tip. That way, if you need to strike with the back half of it, there's like tips of silver.
Flamberge.
Yes. Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
of all the
It's
things.
so not the like, because I know the flamberge where the blade itself is curved.
Oh,
It's
a pattern.
It's a pattern
Sorry.
of silver. So like
Okay.
it's the whole blade itself is silver.
Unified
unified
signals.
silver, but then there are like patterns like this up, like fire or water, up to the back half of the blade. That
Gotcha.
way, if you were back striking, there are still silver points on it.
Okay. Gotcha.
But if you made the whole blade of silver, it would just snap in half in a second.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha. When she extends it out, I would, instead of taking it, I would first kneel before her.
Sure. She would,
I am a knight of New Fjordi.
yeah, and she would place it on either of your shoulders. Marcus Shaw, I deem you worthy to wield this blade. As a former member of the Kingdom of Armor.
Thank you, my lady. I would stand and I would take it and smile and inspect it.
Yeah. Beautifully made.
Yeah.
Looks brand new. because it functionally is.
Yes. Mm-hmm. No, I would genuinely take like a moment to take it in.
Yeah.
And then calmly, sheath it back into. Again, I also it makes sense for why, because I wouldn't have a scabbard for
Right.
it if the blade itself changed shape.
Yep. Yeah, I would say it is similar in kind of shapeliness of the other one. It's just more ornate and a bit more like light to whip around. But you sheath it back in, and as you are sheathing it, you see those same like fiery sparks shooting off of the blade as you push it into the sheath.
Thank you for protecting me.
Thank you for trying to free me. And for helping me realize that not everyone will get burned.
Your only fear was out of the good nature of your heart that it would. And you did not want to see others suffer. Far too easy to push people away when you know that you cause pain.
It was easier to be alone.
Be not afraid.
And she would go to give you a hug.
No, I would absolutely hug this fiery lady.
Yeah.
If I am able to physically feel
Yeah.
like I contact whatever spiritual projection she has, I would tightly embrace her.
I would say to you, it's a weird feeling as you don't. It's the weird sensation of like you don't feel your skin contacting it, but like something deeper.
Sure.
Of your essentially your soul embracing her soul.
Yeah. I would hug her for a moment. And then I would give her a kiss on the cheek and I would open my eyes again.
Yeah, and you open your eyes and
What a weird world this is. And I would kneel down and I would pat the grave of whatever individual I was burying.
and the fiery footsteps just slowly fade
cinder and
off.
smolder.
Yep.
Yeah, I would leave a hand on the grave and even if we as a group do not have a name, perhaps someday I would like to be known as Marcus, Peacekeeper. And then I would walk back towards my friends in the house.
And you just kind of hear her echo in your mind as she is since kind of discorporeated.
I think that's a fitting name.
Yeah, I would smile and walk.
Is at this point that Marcus now walks back in from outside.
It's a fancy jig you got going on up there, Dandelion. You said you're all the way
I'm
on
all
the
way
roof?
on the roof, yeah.
Sick jig.
Engir wanted something happier.
I think that's very fitting.
It is happy sad day. Up downs.
Yes.
You gonna have a bowl of stew. Cookie put in bowl made of bread. You eat the bowl. And you use your hands to eat. He said specifically.
I use your hands to eat?
No, I'm using mine. You use yours.
Oh. Damn. All right. So then, what kind of stew is it?
Boar?
Oh, he's an expert in boar.
Yeah,
You can really taste fear.
Marcus loves the taste of fear.
This little boar died hard.
He was scared shitless. It was incredible.
Yeah, you see Cookie just passed out in the little like jungle gym that was built just in the corner.
Oh, fully erect, dude. I'm dreaming of that pig's nightmares.
Is Cookie alive or dead? Oh fuck, he's pre-epic.
He's dreaming of a fight Christmas.
Yeah.
Fight Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, I would sit down and regale myself with the tales of this Papa Leonidas, if he's open to discussing more things about his past.
Yeah.
And settle in with some stew and a good little sit and snack and talk.
Mm-hmm. Specifically, I would want to touch on too as to if he had any idea as to why Fivrel cared about lycanthropes. What was the fascination?
I think it was about the ability to control things that were afflicted with similar curses. It was not only werewolves here, primarily, but there were others afflicted with other things.
Wereboars?
Yes, wereboars, werebears.
Were-rat? Were-rat?
Were-rats.
Were-bat.
No werebats.
No, it's in the ceiling. I got you.
There was one person similar to with the
A Goliath or a different kind of man with the stag antlers?
different kind of man with the antlers.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The little.
I'm messing with you, my friend. It's okay. Things are light here. I like to keep light. Even in dark, there is some light.
Yes, I agree.
If you can't laugh, you cry.
Oh, God.
Marcus, you'll learn someday. To laugh again. To laugh again. You can be happy.
Oh, Marcus is very happy.
But like uncontrollably happy.
Oh.
You laugh so hard, you throw up. You ever done that? It's amazing. Anyway, about man with antlers.
One time in the chocolate factory, there was a weird boy. Gorged himself.
Augustus Marcus.
God, I
Marcus Gloop.
Uncle's Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
He was taken away.
Yeah. We had to puncture him and...
He was fed to the savannah lions.
No. The chocolate's not good for the savannah lions.
But there was another like me.
Yes. Much smaller dwarf.
I'm guessing he no survive.
He did not survive. He looked almost dead when they brought him in. Frost in his beard, in his hair. As if he was just kind of perpetually cold.
It is part of affliction, yes. Dwarves, they tend to live in the earth. Hot forge.
Yes.
Hot fire.
Quick aside, we've seen you only with them trimmed like nubs, correct?
I have not been trimming them.
You've not been trimming them recently.
Since we frosted the tips, and they're now silvered. And killing Lady Blackflower, I have not been paying attention to them.
Are they growing still?
Yes. They'd be growing and
what length are they?
So they were really short. I would say they're about like...
Yeah, they were like Hellboy length before, where they were snapped off at the ends.
They're like near the point of starting to like cross and twist.
And definitively would look comparable to like stag horns?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to make sure
we're not dealing with a moose.
It's like stag horns / like thorny
yeah.
vines.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, but I'm thinking twisted like here like a rack as opposed to the big moose like fucking wing guts coming out of like
they're going out and then crossing so that way they can wrap around.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, so they're starting to like twist towards each other, where they're still pointed outwards, so that way they're still like.
John just
horns.
heard cold and went, what if it's a
Absolutely.
moose, man? That's a fucking just.
And you're the moose slayer.
Yeah. Thought of a were moose is kind of terrifying.
Yeah, honestly.
Too, dude. Were yak?
He's
No.
outside.
All right.
No. Leave him alone.
We just hear him howling outside.
Oh no.
He's double cow wide. What are we gonna do about this?
God damn it, he's thick.
Just my moon.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Okay. But dwarves, they live in Earth. They have great forges and hot fires.
Yes.
Dwarf can smell gases that make people sick and be fine.
Yes.
This is not something that they can deal with. Goliath used to cold. It is another success, like you had said.
Thank you, Oscar.
I'm getting water. Does anybody need anything?
Big old bag of 20s.
You got it. John, I've got to go rob a train.
All right.
God damn it, Arthur! Yes, another successful experiment with thems.
With the black flowers.
Yes, Lady Aaron. You've heard of this name, sure.
Yes. She came by a few times.
She come by no more. She's flat. Little depressed.
She's dead then.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Got excited about thought of not being tormented by that woman anymore. But yes,
I
part
understand.
of experiment to break hole through canopy. Was the
I'm
term used?
not sure what that means.
But they experiment on me as well. They beat me. Trying to see if I have anything that relates to you. I thought that said growery. It says growing. Growery. Right? That's a Y. Yes, exposed me to magic and waters and beat me profusely till I see blue. And then very cold. But cold, no, doesn't bother me. Never did. Anyway.
Were you also afflicted by these black flowers as he was?
Not in the same way. They, more of a personal grievance.
This is Pidgeon's house, you know. Once was.
Before they took over, I assume.
Before he flew the coop.
Yeah, once upon a time, it was my family's estate.
I'm sorry for the state that it is in.
It's just a house.
I am also sorry for what you befell at the hands of the black flowers, as did I.
It was fine. They pay for their injustices, as Marcus would say. There is few name left on list of people that do us wrong and continue to do wrong to others. We're quickly crossing off that list. It's only two name, I believe. Right, two name?
Helena.
Spit on the floor as soon as you say her name.
And
Lucius.
Lucius.
Luscious. The luscious lish, man.
What will you do when you are finished with your list?
After the list? And get her attire. I'm too old for this. Can't be running around telling tiny man that he has to think of ahead. Not now. I can't be carrying wayward child forever. I can't be helping 300-year-old clowns kill people. Not at my age. Twig, I will still help you if you ever should need it. I can always find shiny.
What about the rest of you?
I have to go home.
That is what I plan to do. I have not been in some time.
Where?
To,
I have to look at my notes.
the name eludes my grasp.
Insight check that motherfucker. He doesn't know where he's from. You forget where you're from. How do you know where you're at?
Yathalna. Where you are going from what Ophelia tells me, but we will not travel with you under the earth. We'll find our own way. I'd like to spend as much time above ground as I can.
Well, should you find yourself in need of travel, Ophelia knows who to talk to. Well, as if we end up not needing his assistance as much, our friend Yak, I'm sure, would oblige immediately. He's a bit more shining of a disposition than myself.
Give yourself some credit.
I don't have change.
What I mean is you have a shinier disposition than you think.
Well, you know, that's the trauma. My sparkle. Thank you, though.
Oh, Smaug.
This is one of the greatest pictures I've ever gotten of Smaug.
He is.
Don't look at me.
Look at that.
He is done.
He's out.
Come on.
It won't focus. It doesn't.
It's not a face.
Well, it won't focus anyway. It doesn't refocus.
Oh, yeah.
They're set.
manual,
Yeah.
It's the focus lock.
Yep.
I'll just send it in the tavern. It's a good point.
All the more reason that if you're not following us
Right.
on Discord, to
Join
follow
the
us on
fucking
Discord.
Discord.
Cat
Look at the
ashes.
cats. He's not even going to the pets. He's going to the actual tavern.
Oh yeah.
Important. At all.
At everyone. Look right now.
Yeah, so should you need it, I'm sure if we're not in need of his services as well, Yak will provide.
Thank you.
He said he wants to go back to Yathalna.
Yeah, and he said he and Ophelia are not going to go with you under the earth.
Sure.
Because he would like to spend as much
Yeah.
time above ground as possible.
100%.
He also asked what we were.
I wouldn't
going
bring
to
him.
do.
Yeah, absolutely.
He also had asked us to like what we would do if.
Yeah,
since
when we're all done
crossing.
this, I was trying to
Yeah.
let someone else up.
Yeah, I usually do the same thing.
Yeah, just this way I don't miss stuff. There are a lot of people that still need homes built back where I'm from. My city was also burnt.
It's a very honorable thing to do.
Burn homes.
Yeah.
Fuck!
My favorite. It's my favorite.
You son of a bitch!
So bad.
If ever was building houses and they caught me burning them down,
Right.
it's like, oh my god.
Leonidas is actually the bad guy.
Home is an important thing.
Home is what you make.
Where do you find it?
As of right now, I mean, we're definitely we're doing our best.
Home is where your heart is, and when you're there, your family. So
It's where you make.
Yeah.
even if it happens to be in a garden full of olives
Yeah. Or corpses.
or corpses, yeah,
Or graves.
or graves.
A lot of graves where I come from.
A lot of graves everywhere.
Graves. Graves. The things I dig to put the bodies in.
Grapes.
Not the fruit.
No,
No
not the
fruit. Grapes. With P.
Well, that's what you said.
Never pee on a grave, dude. That's dishonorable.
Thank you all for all that you have done to reunite me with my daughter, and
Reunite us.
it's good.
Hit the ending button.
Sorry.
No, that was good. And protecting her.
As I said before, don't let Ophelia fool you. She is protected far more in such short time.
Mm-hmm. We'll do all we can to ferry you back home. Sure, Yak could use some sun.
Yak just sticks his head in.
Yak, you're not opposed to another trip? Maybe one a bit further away from the Mistlands?
You do not need Yak to take you to under the ground.
Would very much like to get these people home.
I could give them one of 2 Yaks.
That's fine if we go a little slower, if it means that they get to have a yak for themselves.
That is up to you. You can certainly find other transportation if you would prefer that I take these people home above ground, but
Nonsense, Yak. You give them Yak for transportation, I take place of extra Yak.
Yeah.
I help pull cart.
Dalwar just says we also could just enter the Underdark in Yothauna and take them home first.
That also works. You guys know where we are.
That was optional all time.
this is-
Dalvor,
I don't
speak
know
up from back.
I don't know where the fuck we are.
Underdark travel is just quicker,
Sure.
but
Yes, you are expert.
Yeah.
but we can enter at a later point. It will just take a bit longer.
It's fine with me.
Yeah, whatever gets them home the soonest.
Above ground travel.
Sure.
Yak, you are coming with.
Okay. Yak attack.
So they get 1 yak. They go home above ground. We take other yak and yak below ground.
I thought we were
No,
going to
We can go
Yothauna
to
with
Yothauna
them.
first, and
Oh,
Yeah,
and then
across.
send
And
them.
then
Not
Then-
down and then across. We're going across.
that's
Yes.
where I've been like, wait a minute, are we all going and then they're home and then we go down,
Yes.
or are we sending them up and we go down here?
We can at least get them into the kingdom and
Sure.
then send them on their way safely.
Love it.
Yeah, we're in Alta Solar now. right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where's he from?
Directly south.
Directly south.
Yep.
The Iron Crown.
Mm.
You will do well to keep your out for songs from wonderful person we had met. Elrina, wonderful bard. Sing stories. Write stuff from Mistlands.
I will do my best to find and listen to these songs on our journey.
Should you ever find yourself in Mistland, in Duskwood, Big house. Top hill. Very nice people.
I think I'm going to stay out of the Mistlands for quite a while, but if I find it to find my way back there someday, I will certainly look.
It is a charming little town. Filled with lost souls. Just looking to feel part of something again. Plagued by werewolf, sure, but one good werewolf could change minds.
You're right.
When was the last time you had drink?
It's been several years.
Several years?
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna walk over to Cookie and go rummaging through his pouch and pull out a bottle. This is for me and you tonight. Boom. Just celebrate. It's for you.
Pulls over a glass.
I love the thought that they're like a cooking sherry.
It's really fucking thick. Yeah.
This is vinegar.
I don't want it.
This is balsamic. Why did he have this?
Balsamic.
Cast it not into the fire.
Delicious.
Does he sound really distraught?
I think it's just that he hasn't had alcohol.
Yeah,
in so
okay.
long.
That's better.
So good.
He's also
I'll pour him
definitely
a cup of
he's
water
definitely
as
used to
well.
more refined liquors.
All right, bitch.
Oh my god, I love it.
It's so good. And he's used to like some fine like
Wines and
Sauvignon Blanc, and I'm over here pouring a fucking PBR in a glass. Here you go, buddy. Yeah, I'll pour him some water as well.
yeah.
Thank you. To new friends.
To old friends.
To freedom.
More friends.
I'll raise my boar bowl.
To nothing. To new twig. And new Mr. Pigeon.
New old twig.
New old pigeon.
New old pigeon.
New friends, old friends.
And freedom.
And freedom. America.
One man.
Is there like an eagle screech when he says that?
Where eagle? Get down!
It's actually a hawk.
Mr. Leonidas, no!
Wait, sorry, this is the wrong noise. There's Cookie in his sleep.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's a flying jaguar!
Fuck me, dude.
Well,
That's good.
thank you guys very much for watching tonight. Evan, thank you again for the resub. I know you've left, but thank you again. If you're new here, make sure you follow us so you can find us. Again, we will be live next at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday for our other campaign, The City of Oshwamp. And then next Friday at the same time, same place, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here. We're also on YouTube, podcasts. Look us up, find out what happened in the campaign if you're new, and listen up because this one is coming to a close in the next couple of episodes. So better time to catch up.
Mm-hmm. Get in before it's too late.
Get in before it's too late. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Good night.